So these are two more ways to see our domain and range using a mapping or using a graph. It's just a different way to represent this. A mapping is really, really close to a table. Actually, it looks almost exactly like a table, except you don't see them lined up across from each other. So if we saw this written as a table, it would be -3, 0, -1, 4, 2, 7, and then 4, 4. And we would just draw arrows directly across. We wouldn't actually need to do that because they're lined up in the table. Here, that's showing the exact same thing. The domain values, or the x values, are on the left side. The range values, or y values, are on the right side. And it's just showing what matches up with each of these x values. Starting at 2, we know that that's going to go to 7. So whatever function we're putting this through, when we put an input or a domain value of 2, we get an output of 7. That's really what that's showing. The domain is on the left. It's just listing out those numbers. It's just that set of numbers. And the range is on the right. Graph is a little bit trickier. So you can list out all of these coordinates, or what I would really do is looking at what really domain means is the x value of each of these coordinates. So I'm just going to look at the x value going down to -3, down to 1, down to 4, and down to 5. Those are the x values of each of those points. I'm just basically tracing it down to the x-axis. -3, 1, 4, and 5. Those are my x values or domain values. The range values, I'm going to do kind of the same thing, except now I'm going to the y-axis. I'm looking at my range as the y values. So I'm going to go across. That's at 1, that's at 4, and actually this one hits at 4 also. And then that one's at 7. 1, 4, and 7 are the 3 y values represented by each of those 4 points.